Hey guys, I'm Allie Edwards. I'm a physical therapist, yoga instructor, and Pilates instructor here in Birmingham, Alabama with EW Motion Therapy. Today we're going to do a short flow that's going to be yoga based, but it's geared towards runners. It's not necessarily a yoga class, it's just kind of based loosely on some yoga stuff that we've done in the past, and it's really geared towards people who are runners. This class is meant to be something that you would do on your off day. That being said, it's going to start with a warm up and end with a nice long stretch. So if it is one of your run days, I want you to take out that middle portion that has the strength part, just so you're not overusing muscles. But again, these are meant to be done on your rest days or maybe one of your shorter run days. I hope you enjoy it and follow along with me. So we're going to start on our backs. So lying flat, we're going to do just a little dynamic hamstring warm up. You've probably done something kind of like this, but we're gonna start with our hips first. So feet are hip width apart. You're just gonna let your knees start to fall side to side. Just a nice little hip warm up. Go as far as feels comfortable. Don't worry about getting all the way to the ground, but make sure you're not going so fast that you're missing a few inches of range of motion. Some people get here and they just kind of do this. You wanna make sure we go nice and far. Again, as long as your back and hips feel good. And again, just think about this as kind of like warming up your pelvis, warming up your hips. It should feel kind of nice. We'll give ourselves time to go a few more times each way. And then what I want you to do from here is start to widen your feet. So I'm going to go about the width of my mat. If you are taller or have wider hips than me, you might even go off of your mat. And now you're going to go slower and maybe pause that side to side. You're going to get a little hip flex or stretch. And so you're just going to alternate that. If you're not feeling any pulling or opening in the front of your hip pocket, then I want you to widen that stance a little bit further. Again, this is kind of more of a little dynamic hip mobility series here. So if your hips are one of the things that you have trouble with when you're running a lot, then this is great to warm up. You could use this anytime you want before you have a run. We're going to go one more time each way here. And then we're going to come back to center. And from there, I want you to bring your knees into your chest, just round your spine. Hold on to that right leg and drop your left leg. Reach it nice and long. Try to flatten that thigh. And then all I want you to do from here is grab the back of that thigh and let your ankle be relaxed. I just want you to bend and straighten at the knee first. So really warming up that hamstring, kind of leaving the calf alone to start. And do it slow. You see a lot of people kind of do this really quickly here. You're not getting to your end range of motion if you're going fast. You're missing those last few inches. You might be able to get a little bit further there. So you're going slow. Just get to the top of your range of motion, pause for just a beat, and then you're right back out. And then now what I want you to do is I want you to incorporate the ankle too. So next time you straighten the knee, flex the toes to your face, relax the ankle, relax the knee. You're going to do that again. So knee, then ankle, ankle out, then knee out. So just kind of winding up that posterior line tissue now from your hamstring to your calf and really even all the way down into that plantar fascia in the bottom of your foot. We'll do about 2 more here. And on that second one now, I want you to just keep your knee straight and just move the ankle. So just point and flex, just getting a nice stretch over the back of the leg, back of the calf, and even the top of the foot some here. So same thing, make sure you're going slow enough that you're getting your fullest range of motion. And then I just want you to circle out your ankle here for me on the next couple. And we'll reverse that circle, whichever way you went first, go the other way. And then we'll simply switch. So now other leg comes down, pull that opposite knee in. Again, you're really trying to flatten that leg that's on the ground here. You're going to grab the back of that elevated leg's thigh. And again, the ankle is totally relaxed. Bend and straighten that knee. Go slow enough that you're not missing that last little bit of range of motion. So take your time up and down. Just stretching. Give ourselves about 2 more here, just doing the knee only. And then on that next one here, we're going to add that ankle. So you're going to straighten the knee, pull the toes, relax the ankle, relax the knee. So knee first, then the ankle, ankle, then knee. You're just going to keep repeating like this. And the idea, again, is you're warming up now that fascia from your hamstring to your calf all the way down to that plantar fascia. Getting a nice warm up in all the muscle groups through all that. Make sure you've got 2 more of those. 1 more. And then I want you to keep your knee straight on this one. I just want you to do your ankle. So you're pointing and flexing that ankle, getting your fullest range of motion, going slow enough that you're getting all the range of motion that you feel like you have. And then after the one you're on, we're gonna circle that ankle. So now we're just gonna circle out, making nice, slow, full circles. And then go the other way, warming it out the other way. Finish that one. Knees to chest, round your spine. All right, from here, we're coming all the way up and over from sitting all the way to our hands and knees next. So you're gonna find hands below your shoulders, knees below your hips. You've got cat-cow first. You're gonna exhale, belly to spine, head drops. Inhale, belly drops, chest lifts. So again, this is just still part of our dynamic warm-up. So before activity, you wanna make sure that you're moving dynamically. So that means we're not holding a nice long stretch necessarily right now, but we're getting through that stretch, we're pausing, and we're warming up our tissue. So again, if this is a run day for you, you'll do this part here, maybe even before you run. You'll skip the middle part we're gonna do in a moment. I'll let you know when that happens, where we do some strength stuff if it's your run day. But if it is your off day, you're gonna follow this flow kind of through this. Do one more here, one more cat, one more cow. And then you'll come to a neutral spine. Walk your hands a little bit in front of your shoulders. You'll tuck your toes, press up and back to downward dog, and you're gonna pedal this out too. So instead of just holding, again, we're dynamically warming up those calves and hamstrings. And again, this is where we're gonna finish that bit of dynamic warm up for now. We're gonna add some strength here in the middle. So where you're gonna go from this, I want you to pause that downward dog for just a moment. Take your right leg up, and then I want you to bring your right leg through, dropping your knee to the mat. Right hand stays on the mat and left arm opens. So this is called kneeling half moon, or kneeling side plank to start, but we're getting to half moon. And half moon's a great hip strengthener. So what you're gonna do is keeping that right hand planted on the ground. I want you to shift into that right hand, lift that left leg, and just balance for a moment. See if you can hold this. This is great hip stability, great lateral hips that are super important for running. And you're just gonna start to circle out that left leg, trying to keep as much balance as you can. You're gonna breathe. You're gonna make 2 more nice slow circles. And then after you finish that second circle, I want you to pause. All I want you to do from there is tap the floor, lift the leg. Tap the floor, lift the leg. Your goal is that your hips are not dropping or lifting a ton. So if you want to put a hand here and just see what your pelvis is doing, that's totally fine. But again, the idea here is you're building that hip strength that we need to keep a stable pelvis for that activity of running. We'll do 2 more. And then on that last one, I want you to keep that leg up for me. Take your other arm overhead. You're gonna draw elbow to knee, reach out long. Elbow to knee, reach out long. Just give me 1 more. Elbow to knee, reach out long. Drop the hand, drop the foot. Find a little child's pose. It's okay if your hips were burning by the end of that. That's a good, again, hip stabilizer. So you'll sit back to child's pose. Take a breather there. And then when you're ready, we're gonna come right back up to hands and knees, and we're gonna do that on the other side. So you're gonna tuck your toes up and back. Again, a little brief downward dog with that little pedal for those hamstrings. And then from here, you're gonna take that left leg up this time. You're gonna pull that knee underneath your chest, or underneath your hip, rather. Left hand plants to the ground and right arm open. So your chest is open here. Again, you're gonna go ahead and get into kneeling half moon by lifting that right leg up. And we're starting again with those nice controlled slow circles. If that hand on your hip gives you more feedback about where your hips are or makes you feel more stable, you can absolutely do that. So we're just circling. You can go either direction. If you wanna switch and see what it feels like going the other way, you certainly can do that. I'm gonna give you about 3 or 4 more circles here. Again, you're gonna feel your hips burn a little bit. That's normal. And if you don't feel them working, you're welcome to do extra reps of this. We're gonna find some stillness in that leg, and all I want you to do from there is tap the floor, lift the leg. So tap the floor, lift the leg. And you're just gonna repeat that nice and slowly. You're not swinging the leg, you're getting up to a pause, controlling back down, lifting to that pause, controlling back down. We're gonna do 2 more of these. And then we're gonna hold that leg up and you're gonna reach that arm overhead. Again, now you're gonna drive knee to elbow, keeping the hips and chest open. reach long again. Knee to elbow, reach long. One more time, knee to elbow, reach long. Drop your foot, drop your hand. Find your way back. Send yourself back through that downward dog just to pedal it out for a second. Now what I want you to do is I want you to take that right leg to the ceiling. This time, step it through. You're gonna drop down to your left knee. You're at 90 degrees on both legs. And all I want you to do to start is tuck your bottom. So you're tucking, you're scooping your pelvis under. You're gonna squeeze your left glute, your left butt cheek back here. And that's gonna help you engage so that you get a little bit of a left hip flexor stretch. Stay tall. Your hip flexor attaches to your diaphragm. So if you get that little side stitch when you're running, sometimes that's your diaphragm kind of cramping up, your hip flexor maybe pulling on it. So that hip flexor diaphragm there combined can certainly create that little side stitch that you may or may not feel if those are cramping up inside of you. So keeping yourself nice and tall, tucking your tailbone, make sure you're taking full breaths so that that hip flexor and diaphragm are working well together when you are breathing fast and you're breathing heavy for your runs. If it increases your stretch, you might find that taking that left arm up and over into a side bend gives you a better stretch. If that does not increase your stretch, you're welcome to come right back here and retuck your pelvis. Ideally, again, we're just looking for that nice big stretch to the front of that left side of your body somewhere, anywhere from quad to hip flexor. And then we're gonna come out of that and you're gonna walk that right leg out to the right for me. So you'll be off your mat for this. You're gonna find a big side stretch here, getting your inner thigh, your adductor, keeping your chest open. And then we're gonna come down to the mat. This is a great little hip mobility sequence here. You're gonna come down, keeping that leg out to the side. And then you're gonna start to do a little cat-cow here for me. The idea is we're moving, again, our pelvis and our femur a little bit differently than we did earlier with regular cat-cow. Just a nice little stretch. Should be kind of easy on the body. If it feels pinchy or uncomfortable, you just don't go as far. And then after you've gone one more time each way, you're just gonna walk your hands forward for me a smidge. And then I want you to shift forward and back. So if you're not feeling enough of a stretch, you might need to walk your hands even further forward. You're dropping kind of your chest down and through the arms. You can shift forward as far as you want. But again, a nice little hamstring and inner thigh stretch here. We're gonna go one more time each way. And remember, all of these we're doing, you can certainly do way more of. So if you ever wanna expand this program and make it longer, feel free to pause it or write down the sequence and just do it for longer times each way. So from there, I'm gonna walk my hands back underneath you, walk my foot back in, and we're gonna do that all on the other side. So I'm gonna tuck my toes, step back, a little downward dog pedal. Then I'll take that left leg up, step it through, right knee drops. Same idea over here. So again, I'm tucking my tailbone, squeezing my right glute. You're looking for that nice big stretch in the right hip. And again, you're trying to get tall and take nice deep breaths. So again, that hip flexor and diaphragm, where they communicate with each other, it gets a nice stretch. You're getting that breath there so that it's not gonna affect you during your runs. So breathe for me. You're tall in your posture. And just like the other side, if you find that reaching the right arm up and over gives you a bigger stretch, feel free to find that. If it does not increase your stretch, you may want to come right back here and again retuck. Just make sure that if you're reaching, you are not losing your stretch as you reach up and over. Breathe for me. All right, we'll come back up. You're gonna take your left leg out to the side now, out to the left. Same idea here. Hands come down below you. You're gonna start with that little bit of cat-cow. So you're gonna tuck and arch. You're just moving in and out of this. Tuck and arch. And again, take your time here. You're warming your spine. And keep in mind too, if you like any little piece of this warm up, you don't have to do this in sequence. You can do this one little bit of it before you run or after you run if it helps you cool down. You can do any and all of it. So just keep in mind, you can kind of pick and choose what works for you as well out of this. And then we'll walk those hands forward. We will shift forward and back. Again, you're just kind of working your body here into a range that feels like a good stretch for you, but also is not painful in your hips. That's important. You want to keep those hips safe. do one more here. And then I actually want you to walk your hands back up, and we are going to do our gate pose, that side bending pose here now. So you're going to walk that hand down that left thigh, right arm reaches up and over, chest is open as much as possible, armpits open to the ceiling. And you're stretching through that inner thigh, nice little stretch there. And then we'll come back down, walk those hands forward again, or walk that foot forward. And this time I want you to take that leg back, and you're going to find a child's pose. Hips back, arms long, head comes down. Take a few breaths here. And we'll inhale right back up. We're going to find our way to our seat. So we're going to find a seated hip stretch. It's kind of, two postures kind of combined together, but we're going to start with one leg crossed on the bottom. Your other leg, you're going to have two options. You're either cross ankle on top of knee, and try to let that knee fall open. It should feel like a nice stretch in that top hip. If that doesn't feel quite right for you, you might take that leg a little further across and cross them a little bit more, and then let them sit. You're trying to get both of your butt bones down on the mat as much as possible, and you're trying to breathe. So this is the stretch you would get in a figure four or a pigeon stretch, slightly different, just sitting this way. If this is at all uncomfortable for you, your modification would be actually to put that leg out and lean back and cross that ankle and let it fall here. But if you're comfortable in that cross-legged position I had you in earlier, you're going to sit here, and again, you're trying to get both of your sit bones on the mat, on the floor, and use your hands for support so that you don't feel like you're having to lean back or act awkwardly here. And you're just kind of breathing. I mean, it feels like just a really nice stretch to my outer hip. So breathe here for me. This is a great one to spend a little more time in. So if you do have the time and you want to pause the video, stick it, hang out here for a second. And then we're just going to switch. So now we're going to go to the other side. Same idea. Ankle and knee. And again, you may start with them truly stacked, which doesn't feel quite like the right stretch for me. So I'm going to take mine a little bit further across. And this is my less tight hip. And you're probably going to have one too that's not as tight. So it may take some finagling to get it quite right, but that's kind of where I feel a stretch now. And again, I'm trying to get both of my butt bones down on the mat and hold that stretch for a moment. And same thing, you can stay here as long as you want. If this is comfortable in your body, this is a great one to spend a little bit more time in if you have the time. But a great little hip opener. And I didn't say this on the other side, but if this is something you're playing with your practice, you may find that walking forward gives you a nice stretch there too. And sometimes it does for me. And sometimes it feels better to stay sitting up. So know that you could do either. But just kind of a nice little stretch. Wherever you've chosen to be, we will come back out. Now let's take one leg out in front of us. The other one just kind of comes to the inside of that thigh or the knee. And you're just going to reach out to a hamstring stretch now. You're just going to hold and breathe into that hamstring stretch. And again, with all the other same thing with all the other stuff, you can certainly stay here as long as you want. This is a great stretch. Hamstrings tend to get tight on runners, so great muscle group to be stretching. So again, if you need more time, just pause our video, come back to it when you're ready. We're going to go ahead and switch you guys. So other leg out, other leg in. And again, this is kind of where we're going to finish. So if you know that you need a little more time here in this hamstring stretch, stick with it. Again, you can pause this video as much as you need to. I want you to breathe. You might find on your exhales in hamstring, or any stretch really, but here in this hamstring stretch, you might find on your exhales that you might be able to get a little deeper when you breathe out. You might get a little deeper stretch with that. So if the exhale helps you, use that to your advantage. And let's take 2 more breaths together here. All right, guys, that was quick, but it was a good little quick flow. Again, keep in mind the beginning is your warm-up. The middle is that little bit of hip stability work that's super important for you guys. And then the ending is that more kind of static holds. Any and all of it could be repeated. You could do the warm-up multiple times through and just use that before a run. You could do the strength thing multiple times through and use that for your stability day. And you could certainly use that cool down, pause it, and spend more time in each and every stretch. I hope that this was helpful. Again, use this video to your advantage. And if you're local to Birmingham, Alabama, we have the Scridge 5K coming up on June 6th. If you're here, you're local, and you want to join us, we'd love to see you. I hope this video is helpful. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you.